Hey, welcome everybody to our open house here at PTM Corporation. We're very, very excited to have you here, and what an amazing time here for us. First and foremost, you guys taking your time out to see what we do is it's an honor, so thank you for being here. My name is Steve Coor. I am the Director of Business Development and Estimating here at PTM, and so nearly 50 years ago, Charlie Russell started PTM as a one-man show. And he really wanted to do it because he wanted to find a better life from what he was doing in Mississippi. Charlie didn't set out to be the biggest, but he did have the mindset to be the best. Fast forward current day, as Charlie's tenacious spirit lives on in our corporate code of honor, item number 1 saying, we, PTM, shall deliver exceptional performance and peace of mind to our customers. What we normally do, we start meetings here at PTM. We have tons of meetings, but we like to start our meetings off with prayer. So I would like to call John Tucker, our Director of HR, and John so graciously said that he would lead us in prayer today.
Thanks, Steve. If you'll indulge me and bow your heads. Father, thank you for this beautiful day. We're here today to celebrate great success. In a world full of chaos and calamity, we are embracing a moment of triumph in your name and for your glory. Once again, we have experienced a miracle of your sustenance, and as Nehemiah said, go and enjoy choice food and sweet drinks, and send some to those who have nothing prepared. This day is holy to our Lord. Do not grieve, for the joy of the Lord is your strength. Our prayer today is that your will be done through this event. Take what we have prepared and multiply our efforts as only you can. Steer our intentions to align with your righteous will. Remind us of your faithful provision when our efforts fail us or fall short. May all glory go up to you when we reach the finish line and climb over benchmarks. Blanket us with your peace today. Father, keep us physically safe and guard our hearts and minds from pride and selfishness. Keep love at the forefronts of our minds today and the guiding light for all we set out to accomplish and celebrate. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Okay, I would like to recognize some members of our audience here today. We really appreciate the people that take their time out of what their busy schedules are. And first, when I call your name, if you don't mind standing up, Jean Corbett from Ira Township. Thank you, Jean. Jean is our Ira Township clerk. Ed Smith from Paul Mitchell's office. Thank you, Ed. Tony Forlini from Paul Mitchell's office. Jeff Bohm, Chairman, St. Clair County Board of Directors. And right behind that, Jeff, is Bill Graytop, St. Clair County Commissioner. And then Carrie Hepting, St. Clair County Controller. A couple chamber members, Erica DeLang. Where's Erica DeLang? Kathleen Green. And last but not least, Roy Myatowski from the Robo Sapiens. The robotic team here at the Catholic school up in there in Marine City there, Cardinal Mooney. Thank you, Roy. Okay. As a representative of Michigan's 10th District, which includes St. Clair County, Macomb County, Congressman Paul Mitchell represents a wide and diverse demographic. Paul is a supporter of the advancement of skilled trades and is a champion to change the rules of the road when it comes to putting Michiganders to work. Prior to his service in public office, Paul has spent 35 years in private business, giving him the edge when it comes to representing his district. Please welcome Congressman Paul Mitchell.
Thanks very much. It's a pleasure to be here. I had a great opportunity. I forgot how long ago it was, Donna. Was it here. I had met the whole family. We'd wandered the whole plant. Spent a better part of a day here, and there's an incredible manufacturing. I spent 4 years at Chrysler Corporation back in the original loan guarantee days. Yeah, I'm old. And the manufacturing, the type of thing you do here, and the quality is outstanding. It's a fun place to visit. I got to the prototype shop, and that was even cooler. So that was fun. I appreciate it. This reflects a huge investment in our community. When I visited here, there's a big hole in the ground. There was concrete in there, and there were plans that were still waiting for when the machine even was going to be finished to be shipped, when this press was going to be ready to come over. Reflected a vision that you had of what this business can be, what the family had. And they have plans for additional investment, which I hope Donna will share with us today. So at this point in time, the other thing I want to recognize is the commitment that PTM has to training. You folks are fairly unique in that you've got your own training program that develops and extensively work with to develop the skills that they need for workforce. One of the big gaps that we talked a lot about is the lack of the skilled personnel to serve your needs and across this area. Well, PTM's decided to do something about that, because you can have great equipment, but without quality staff, without well-trained staff, you have a real problem on your hands. So their commitment to our community is massive, about 300 people, third-generation business here in our community, and we're going to do everything we can to keep it here in our community because it reflects what's our strength in the 10th district in this area. So without talking too long, because I'm going to say this, and he's going to look at me, I'm not a U.S. Senator, so I'll keep it brief. I had to, man, I had to. I want to award you, come up here, Donna, if you would, please. I can't award you parts. I can't award you a contract. I'd like to, but I can give you, here, hold that up there, a wonderful certificate. And no, I can't even give you a cool frame, but it can give hey, it's Congress, what can I tell you?
Yeah, things are tough, right?
Yeah, and things are tough. We try to save money where we can.
There you go.
But a certificate of recognition on the investment, your commitment to the community, and to thank you in keeping us moving forward, employing so many people here in the county. Thanks very much.
Well, Congressman, on behalf of my family, my sisters, and our third generation, and all of the associates here, we thank you.
Okay, thank you, Congressman. I did have to do a little bit of research to do some introductions, but I think I learned more about Paul Mitchell hair care than I did with that. So I'm sure you get that all the time. Oh, nice, nice. No, that was, I think you're more popular, though. So, as a state senator representing the Michigan 25th Senate District, Senator Dan Lauer has his work cut out for him. Within his district, you'll find manufacturing, agriculture, utilities, and even an international border. Senator Lauer serves as chairman of the Energy and Technology Committee, a vice chair of the Insurance and Banking Committee. Senator Lauer's political experience is far-reaching, as he is the former House Majority Leader. Please welcome Senator Dan Lauer. And they shop at the same place, too.
Yeah, I know. Got the memo. So, well, thank you all for being here. It's my great pleasure to be invited to participate in this. And forgive me, I didn't have time for a tour beforehand. I can't help but wonder what kind of a foundation goes underneath a 1,000-ton press. So that's the one thing I want to find out before I leave here today. But I just want to congratulate everyone that's made this happen, the ownership, the staff, the employees, everybody has worked together with this to make this happen. You know, my very small role in all of this is just trying to make sure that the priorities of the state remain so that companies like this can feel confident in making these kinds of investments, to make sure that the electricity is here that you need to run something like this, and to make sure that the state continues to live within its means so that our futures are predictable, because I know you don't build something like this because you think maybe it'll work for a year. You know, it's a major commitment. So I don't want to take up any more time than that, and other than just congratulate everyone that had a hand in this. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Senator, for your unparalleled work in what you do at in our region here. As a regional director for U.S. Senate for Gary Peters, Kevin is no stranger to getting things done. Kevin has a history of success in political and governmental affairs. So what does that mean? Kevin knows what it takes to build a winning team to bring an independent voice to Washington. Please welcome, on behalf of U.S. Senator Gary Peters, Regional Director Kevin Hritt.
That was easily the best introduction I've ever gotten before. Thank you so much, Steve. Well, it really is a pleasure to be here today on behalf of Senator Peters. We drafted a letter here in honor of this grand opening, of this ribbon cutting today. But what I wanted to say for a minute here was thank you so much for opening your doors up a couple of months ago. Senator Peters had the opportunity to tour PTM. So how do I know Donna? I know Donna because she's involved in the EDA, because she's involved in the chamber, because she's involved in all of these different programs to help bring in talent to St. Clair County, because we work together to draft some legislation, a bill that Congressman Mitchell's working on in the House, that Senator Peters is working on in the Senate, to help with bringing talent back to places like St. Clair County. And that commitment to talent was so evident when the senator was here. We walked around the facility, and every single time that we walked by an employee, one of the employees who was going through the apprenticeship program, Donna's face lit up, and she wanted to make sure to introduce those employees to the senator when he was walking by. That is the commitment to this. We see an investment like this, a 1,000-ton press, right? But when we think about this, we think global competitiveness, because this is really what you need to do to compete in today's global economy. But at the end of the day, the only thing that will keep us competitive in the global economy is the great people that work here. It's great communities that support great businesses like PTM, and it's great businesses like PTM that support their employees, that train their employees, and that work towards building a stronger community together. So Donna, on behalf of Senator Peters, we drafted a letter for this occasion today for you and for the team, and I just wanted to present this letter to you from Senator Peters. Thank you so much for all you do for the community, beyond just what's here, and congratulations on this, and I hope we're selling a lot more parts coming out of St. Clair County next year. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you very much. As a regional manager, you are the eyes and ears of your district, working one-on-one with your constituents and making sure their voices are heard. Jeremy's political career encompasses many levels of government, such as outreach coordinator for the U.S. House of Representatives, campaign manager for Sander Levin, regional representative for Senator Gary Peters, and city commissioner for the city of Royal Oak. Please welcome, on behalf of U.S. Senator Debbie Stabenow, Regional Manager Jeremy Morali. Oh, he's not here? Okay. That would have been nice. No. Okay. It did a nice introduction, though, I'll tell you that. All right. Very good. So we'll move on to our next guest. So I'm not sure what's more challenging, being elected official at the state or federal level, or being a supervisor of a small township with 5,000 very passionate residents and business owners. As a longtime Ira Township resident and no stranger to local politics, our next guest has served the township as trustee since 1998, prior to becoming our township supervisor. Please welcome Ira Township Supervisor Jim Endres.
Good afternoon, and thank you for the opportunity to speak here today. PTM Corporation was founded in 1972 by Charles T. Russell, better known to us local boys as Charlie. He came from humble beginnings, had a keen eye for business, and a vision for the PTM Corporation. Over the years, PTM was and still is the largest single employer in Ira Township, producing billions of parts for a multitude of applications and shipped to a global marketplace. PTM has always been interested in community involvement here in our township, from rides to sporting events on Charlie's big yellow striped bus to sponsorships of events in our municipal park, and just last weekend, the second annual Beautify Beathway Road project, where employee volunteers and community volunteers pick up trash along Beathway Road and in its ditches. Community involvement and pride in the community is a core value here at PTM. This dedication today of this 1,000-ton press ensures the future of PTM Corporation is strong and bright, and that they are ready to face the ever-changing marketplace of the world. I, as supervisor of Ira Township, could not be any prouder than I am today to say thank you and congratulations to Donna, Nika, Gina, and Danny, their spouses and families, the entire PTM staff and employee body on a job well done, and to a great and wonderful looking future for the years to come. And I look forward to a continued partnership between Ira Township, PTM Corporation. Once again, congratulations to everybody involved, and thank you.
Jimmy?
I don't see Darren.
Thank you, Jim. That is a true testament of township and business working together. Being a champion for women, minority, and small business owners, as well as an advocate for economic justice, many businesses may have been left behind. As a foundation board member of the Great Lakes Women's Business Council and a regional partner of the Women's Business Enterprise National Council, our next guest has dedicated her life's work to helping economic growth, education, and mentorship to more than 15,000 women business owners. Please welcome the Executive Director of the Great Lakes Women's Business Council, Michelle Richards.
Thank you so much. I want to just echo all of the fabulous comments that have been said. On behalf of the Great Lakes Women's Business Council, our 1,300 women business owner members, I have to tell you that PTM Corporation continues to stand out amongst the stellar best. The incredible integrity, commitment to community, and ethical business practices are amazing, and I really have to, really have to say I enjoy working with the Russell sisters very much. Once I was invited to come, I was so proud to be part of this fabulous opportunity, and the way that they appropriately celebrate with the community. What an accomplishment this is. They do the we instead of us, and so I'm so grateful to be part of the we today. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. PTM is proud to be a certified WEBEC enterprise. Okay. I'm gonna read this again. As a regional manager, you are the eyes and ears of your district, working one-on-one with your constituents and then making sure their voices are heard. Jeremy's political career encompasses many levels of government, such as outreach coordinator for U.S. House of Representatives, campaign manager for Senator Levin, regional representative for Senator Gary Peters, and city commissioner for the city of Royal Oak. Please welcome, on behalf of U.S. Senator Debbie Stabenow, regional manager Jeremy Morali.
Thank you, and I apologize for my tardiness. I was with a senator out in Ann Arbor and ran into some traffic on the way here. We were dedicating, having a groundbreaking for a building called Fisher House of Michigan, which is a support home for families of service members, a cause that is near and dear to her heart. And I know she would be here today, but she's also attending a roundtable with veterans out in Washtenaw County. So I don't have much to say. I know you already introduced me twice now, so thank you. Just happy to be here today, and this great addition to St. Clair County. Congratulations for everybody in the county. I see a bunch of you here, and the economic development and chamber folks and township folks. I know this is a great addition to the county, to the region, and to Ira Township. It's a 1,000-ton press. That's a little bit more than I can lift, so I'm eager to see it in action. Congratulations to everybody involved, and good luck.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you. Having charge with leading economic Having charge with leading economic development and a mission to enhance the growth of a region's economy is no small task. Dan's influence on job creation and capital investment in St. Clair County has transitioned more than $117 million in investments to the region and has created more than 766 new jobs in 2018. Please welcome St. Clair County Economic Development Alliance Chief Executive Officer, Dan Casey.
Thank you, Steve. So, a tool is just a tool. Some of them are a little bigger than others. But you can use them well and you can use them poorly. I think the difference always comes back to the people that are using the tool. And it starts with the people that are doing the management, doing the sales, doing the innovation, running the tool, crunching the numbers. PTM has a great team here, as evidenced by their history. The fact that they're now a third-generation business, they continue to grow and succeed. And I'm just happy that the EDA has had a small part in that. We've had a great partnership over the years. Some members of the board are here, members of the team like Bruce Seymour, Tina Frazier, who work with you. So on behalf of all of us, I just want to congratulate you for your success, and I hope you do great things with this so that we can have even more investment. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. In 1908, the Bluewater Area Chamber of Commerce was formed by a leading group of business owners and entrepreneurs to grow the Port Huron and Marysville business community. Since then, the Chamber has become a countywide organization. In 2014, Thelma joined the Chamber. Thelma has a very impressive background, graduating from University of Michigan and receiving her law degree from Detroit College of Law. Thelma brings over 18 years of previous Chamber experience. Throughout Thelma's career, she has accounted for over $15 million in grant funds for Chamber programs. Please welcome President and CEO of the Bluewater Area Chamber of Commerce, Thelma Castile.
Thank you, Steve. And as others have mentioned, this is a great 1,000-ton press, but it is just a machine. It's all about the people here being supportive of PTM Corporation. It's a great turnout. We love them having them as a member. Donna's very engaged with us, and I know she's very engaged in the community at large. She's a very strong supporter of making the community better, and that's what we're all trying to work towards, making our community better. I do have some board members here as well, and I also have my staff, Joyce Doyle. Right now, we're only having 2 of us in the office, and yet this week alone, we had 6 opportunities for our members to engage with one another. So we're rocking it, and I know it's because of strong supporters and businesses like PTM. So congratulations, Donna, and in a few minutes, we'll do a ribbon cutting.
Thank you, Thelma. Okay, when you combine passion, desire, and experience, great accomplishments happen. Throughout her career, whether it be a quality manager, a plant manager, or CEO, Donna had only one goal in mind: grow the company that she and her sisters were entrusted with. PTM was destined for success from the early days. Donna was taught that there was no limits. Her heritage allowed her to reach accomplishments beyond comprehension. As president, CEO, chairman of the board, and co-owner of PTM Corporation, Donna was awarded the Webeck Michigan Women's Manufacturer of the Year Award, Bluewater Women Executive of the Year Award, and also awarded Crane's Most Notable Women in Manufacturing. Please welcome PTM Corporation's president and CEO and co-owner, Donna Russell-Court.
Well, I just want to thank you, Steve, for that. I don't know where time goes. I've been doing metal manufacturing, believe it or not, since 1982, which kind of blows my mind, really. I don't know where that time goes. I don't know about you guys, but I haven't found the breaks of life yet. I do want to thank our special guest. I look around this room and I see so many wonderful people who work for us, who care for us, our associates. I see so many amazing customers. A lot of customers couldn't be here. I'm shocked we have this many people because Michigan has sunshine today, right? So we have customers here. I'm sure some of you are going, gosh darn, I can't wait till she's done so I can get the heck out of here. But we have to talk about the supply base. We have to talk about our customers. We have to talk about the people who work for us. So I do want to thank you all for coming. I want to thank our entire team that prepared for today. It was a lot of work. I know operations is stressing out because these two girls aren't going up and down, so thank you for relaxing for a few hours. I also want to thank my executive assistant, Denise Horvath. Denise, please, I want you to stand up and wave. Denise took care of everything today, and she had a great support team. All the people who work for us were there. Denise, what can we do? So she had a great analogy. Can't remember what it was, but anyways, it was a team effort. So thank you to my entire team for today. I also, there's a lot of good things here, and Donna's name's getting popped up, but be remembered, this is a family business, a family-run business. I am a second generation, very proud. I know there's that country song says I'm a fourth generation farmer. I always say, put the words to I'm a second generation manufacturer, and my kids and my sister's children, some of them chose to be here, and some of them are doing other things, which is all good. So we're third generation manufacturers in the state, the great state of Michigan, and in this great county of St. Clair County, and for that I'm super proud. So with that, I am going to introduce some very special people. I don't know how many family businesses are out here. Family business dynamics are different than corporate America. It adds that layer of family. It's very important to us, our family. So with that, I'm going to introduce first my sisters, second my co-owners, and my shareholders. So with that, we'll do by birth order. My amazing sister, Bonita Charmaine Russell, we all call her Nika. Nika, would you please stand? Please stay standing. Just stay standing. And then the third sister, that's how we were, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, and she's 2. Well, we'll introduce third, which is Gina Russell, my third sister and partner, shareholder, who I very much love and adore. I won't say she's the baby because she always gets mad about that, but she'll always be our little baby, even though she's all grown up. And that's the number 4 sister, Danielle Russell. And I want to tell you, I couldn't do my job without these 3 amazing ladies because they're such a great support. You'll never find a greater family that will fight harder, love. We celebrate everything and we make things happen as a family. And at the end of the day, that's what you really have to learn to do. And I think me and my sisters have done a great job with that. So I thank you ladies so much. I couldn't have asked for better partners or sisters. And I'm going to introduce you some other people who are important to us. I would like for Jeff Hess to please stand up. This is my brother-in-law. He's married to sister number 2, Nika. part of the family business. Jeff also is a supplier to our company. Jeff supplies Kirksite. He is the only Kirksite supplier. I don't know, what do we got, 4 million million pounds of Kirksite laying around here. Like you'll see, we have 3 or 4 million pounds of Kirksite laying around this campus, and he's poured them all. So thank you, Jeff, for your support as a family member, my brother-in-law, and married to my wonderful sister. Thank you, Jeff. Now, this is a big group. I would like our third generation to please all stand, please. And we're missing one. Steve, where are you at? You thought you were going to get away. Get over here. I would have to yell at Steve when he was 3 or 4, and he would stand in front of the camera. I'm like, you need to smile. I'm not smiling. I go, if you don't smile, you're going to get it. Get over here. So I have to do the same thing today. Hey, Aunt Nika tried to get you over here. Go over there. Okay, so if you kids would turn towards the audience for me, I'm going to try to do this by birth. Okay, Jeffrey, firstborn, Jeffrey Hess. Nika, why don't you and Jeff stand? That's her children. And then, do we have Jordan here today? Jordan, we have Jordan Hess. We're missing Justin Hess, child number 2. And then little Janelle is the baby of Nika. Nika has 4 children, and this is our third generation for Nika. I'll introduce my 2 children. We have Steve Coor, the second here. Steve, raise your hand, or you're going to get it. Then the baby of our family is Katie. Third generation. Now we'll go to Gina. Gina has 3 children. We have Legend. And then we also have Lord, who could not be here. And then we have the baby of Gina's family, which is little Vexy here. And we're so proud of our little Vexy. She just crossed over today, her ceremony from 5th to 6th grade. So congratulations, Vex. And not last but least, we have Danielle. Danielle, you want to stand? And Danielle has the one and only golden child, Jonathan Russell. So now you got to meet most of our third generation, and some do work here. We're very proud. Some have decided to work elsewhere. We do encourage our children to go outside of the organization and work for other companies. It's very good for them to understand what it's like to work for different companies. We prefer they work in manufacturing, and then they think they want to come back to the family business, then, they always have a home. Okay, now the last group I need to introduce that, I couldn't do it without my executive team. So I would like to introduce Rick Burchett, Vice President of Operations. John Tucker, Director of HR. Renee Burkhart. I always joke and say she's my money woman. So she's the money gal. Renee, please stand up. And then the last person Denise, I introduced Denise early. Denise is my executive assistant. She also helps all of my team to get whatever needs to get done. And then, that's right, one more. Many of you may not know Steve. You can stand also. Steve is my husband. And yes, we work every day, probably for over 20 years together in some form or fashion, and it just works. So, and Steve is our Director of Business Development and Estimating. So thank you, Steve. Thank you to my executive team. Right, I think what you're going to hear today, at least for me, is I have a great team. And I'm going to tell you, any leader out there, to be successful, you have to have that team. It doesn't work without the team. And then the people who report to them, oh my God, we love you guys. We have the best team. These people will do anything for us and for our customers. It makes me and the owners and the shareholders' jobs much easier and makes it very exciting for us to see the things that our people are doing. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you a quick little story. You heard some things about this guy named Charlie, right? Well, Charlie was our father, and he's since passed 2016. But our mother is Shirley. So I'll tell you a story about Charlie, and I'll tell you a story about Shirley. So Charlie and Shirley, our father and mother, were born and raised in this state called Mississippi. And if you can imagine, Mississippi was one of the poorest states in our union at the time. So they grew up and life wasn't so easy, right? I also was born in Mississippi because my dad was scared to death to let me be born in the North. I don't know why, so he sent my mother to Mississippi to be born, and that's where I was born. So at about a year old, my dad and mother headed to Michigan about 1965. My folks, our folks, did not have a lot of money. Matter of fact, Mom and Dad came to Michigan with $100 in their pocket. They lived in a condemned basement. My mother, if she was right now, she would tell you, I lived in that condemned basement and I had a baby, and she wasn't really happy about that. Can imagine. But anyways, where they lacked with money, not having money, they had love and they had a drive to want to be better. They wanted to make it better for their children, for me and my sisters. Our dad learned the tool and die trade, and eventually with our mother opened a one-man and one-woman shop, just the two of them. And little by little, our little family business grew. And in 1979, Dad and Mom landed in a not too heard about little town called Fairhaven or Ira. You can call it whatever you want, Fairhaven or Ira. We're allowed. It's the 48023 zip code. And the very property that we are on today is where they landed. And at that time, our folks, we didn't own the property, but they rented a very small, they only had one building. It's what we call Plant 2, and they didn't even rent the whole Plant 2. I think it's about 12 or 13, 14,000 square feet. They just had like 5,000 square feet from the gentleman, and they rented it. So eventually they did buy it. 70 acres here in that one little bitty plant we call Plant 2, which is still there. Our parents were very proud of what they had earned, and through the years it was my great honor to work side by side with my mom and dad since 1982. Like I said, I don't know where time goes. It's incredible. Since then, we've expanded to 6 buildings consisting of about 300,000 square feet. We employ, so proudly, about 300, just a little under 300 families. And I think those are some of the finest people around the world when it comes to metal manufacturing. Our mom and dad were proud of their humble beginnings. And I want you to know today, we are very proud today as we celebrate yet another milestone within our company with the expansion of our 1,000-ton mechanical press line. I think about today, and it really isn't just about the machine. Some of our guests said that. It really isn't. I mean, I love this machine. I get excited. I don't know if we're going to start it up. Maybe not. I don't know. HR and safety are going, no, we don't. Too many people. But it's amazing. I'm going to tell you, when these things go up and down, there is nothing that gets me more excited. We create products. We take metal and we form it and we make stuff that goes on, how many cars? We ship 2.5 million pieces out every week out of this facility that go all over the world. Guys, we make products. Michigan we are manufacturers. I am proud of that. My team is proud of that. I'll shut up. I'll move on. Anyways, I get excited about metal stamping. I'm just going to tell you. So what I wanted to say, it's about the journey. It's about the people who helped us get here today. It's not so much about the press, it's the relationships, right? It's relationships and having trusting relationships, trusting within your family, trusting within my management team, trust with my associates, trust with my customers, trust with my suppliers, right? Trust with our community leaders. If we don't have that trust, respect, it's hard to grow and move a company in a very global, somebody said we are global. We ship products all over the world and we compete globally. So for that, I'm very proud. So it's about the journey. So I want to thank you all for being part of our journey today. as we celebrate this very exciting milestone in our life. And with that, I think we're going to do a ribbon cutting. What do you think, Thelma? And I need, thank you everybody for coming. Kelsey, where's my girl Kelsey? Okay, Kelsey's going to help set people in order for the ribbon cutting. So you guys, Kelsey will let you know where your places are. Third generation, you are going to be involved in this, whether you like it or not. So Kelsey's going to tell you where you're going to go, and you're going to put a smile on your face.
All right, everyone, we're going to do the ribbon cutting for PTM. We do have a certificate for them from the chamber, and congratulations on your 1,000-ton hydraulic press. Congratulations and continued success. Thank you for being part of our community. So on a count of 3, 1, 2, 3. I'll tell you, that was the largest picture for a ribbon cutting I've had.
Okay, thank you, Thelma, so much, and everybody. We do have one more thing that we're going to do that I need the third generation to come back over here. I need the third generation over here. Right back here, I need all y'all. Our third generation. Okay. Do I have all the third generation that's here? And Vexy is the baby, so Vexy's going to do an honor. So Vexy, there's a white string behind here, and I would like for you to pull the white string. Now, let's hope everything works. Kind of count to 3, Vexy. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we are dedicating this press to our father. It was a surprise to my sisters. Obviously, they didn't know. But I love you guys, and thank you for your support. Like I said, I couldn't ask for better partners, and our Poppy is looking down on us and is really proud. So thank you, everybody, for coming.